Hey guys, Jordan Wade here for Novus TV at City Hall today, where we're going to be chatting with Albert Shamess. He's the city's Director of Waste Management and Resource Recovery. We're going to be chatting about the city's new food waste ban. We're here today to discuss the food waste ban that the City of Vancouver has recently implemented. And for those not in the know, could you describe what it's all about?
Sure. So effective January 1st, 2015, Metro Vancouver banned the disposal of food scraps at regional disposal facilities. The way the ban will work is it will be a gradually increasing restriction on the amount of food waste that can be contained in the garbage, and that will occur over a 3-year period. Starts at 25%, goes to 10%, and then 5% over a 3-year period.
So how aware are people that this is actually happening?
Well, there was quite a spike in awareness around the first of the year. People were quite concerned that they would be fined or that there would be problems with them disposing of their garbage. So the awareness is quite high now. What will happen is there'll be about a 6-month period of education so that we can continue to get the message out before there's any real enforcement or regulatory requirements. So the way it will work is they'll work with the customers that generate the most organic waste at the start. So they'll focus on restaurants, food service businesses, grocery stores, and where there's a lot of easily identifiable food scraps. And over time, as the requirements or the restrictions increase, they'll be able to focus on more of their other customers. It's not really going to be going in and looking inside bags. It's more dealing with where is the generation occurring and trying to get it separated before it gets into the garbage.
And can you discuss the nature of the fines?
Well, the way it will work is at the disposal location, if there are loads that have loose organics, loose food scraps in them that are greater than 25%, they get a 50% surcharge on top of the tipping fee that they pay. And so the hauler is fined, then they would go back to their customers and deal with the implications on customer side.
So if the haulers are fined and not the households or the businesses, how does that disconnect play out?
Well, it does create more of a load for the haulers, and so we're trying to work closely with them to get the message out, to provide them with the information that they need. And also on the enforcement side, we're giving out now at the disposal locations notices where they've got a load that's higher. They can go back and look at their customers and start to talk to their customers. So we don't want to come down too hard on them right away. It's more to provide the opportunity for them to follow up with their customers.
How is this going to affect the morning pickup? Is there going to be now 3 separate trucks, or what's going to happen with that situation?
They'll have a separate truck for the collection of the green bins. Yeah. So the green bin will go to a restaurant, and they have regular commercial garbage collection, so they'll then get regular green bin collection. Same with a multifamily resident, they'll have a separate collection for it.
How does what's Vancouver doing compare to what other cities in Canada, or North America for that matter, are doing?
Well, we've taken a bit more of an aggressive approach here in Metro Vancouver, and so the regulations that are in place, although there are other places that have bans in place, they haven't been quite as comprehensive. So we're really trying to maximize the diversion of waste and the recovery of valuable products.
What's been the response thus far?
So far, there's been quite a good response. It's the people that have to focus on it are focusing on it, and they're becoming more aware. And we recognize it will take time for these programs to roll out, and the whole system is designed to provide that time, to provide the support and the education that they need to do what they have to do.
What is your opinion that the city has taken these steps to do this food waste ban?
I actually think it's a great idea. I think that it's sort of just the way of the future. There's so many people that live on this planet, and we have to find a way of containing that waste.
What do you think about the inconvenience that it's going to cause you, or will it?
I think there'll probably be a transition period for everyone, but and people will be inconvenienced during that time. But I think it's just something that people need to get used to. Like, we got used to recycling in the 80s or the 90s, so it's just a step forward, I think.
I think it's great. I know Nanaimo does the same thing, and they actually harvest the methane produced from the composting of it. So I think it's really good, as long as we're able to take that methane and put it back into the system. If BC Hydro is cool with that, so I don't know. If all things are in place, I think it could work out well.
I agree with it too. So I live at university, and we've actually started that already. And there are initiatives that we've been taking. I feel like what's important is education. and just letting people know, make them aware of why this is important and what the repercussions are. For the city as a whole, we are a sustainable city. We have our reputation in the world as one of the most sustainable cities. And if we can maintain that eco-friendliness while giving back to the environment, I think that's great.
So you don't see it as an inconvenience then?
One more day. Just means you got to go out to your backyard one more time, and if you're that lazy and you have a problem with it, then... Well, I'm from Ontario, and in Ontario we had different days for paper. We've been way ahead of you guys on the recycling thing. And we had different days for paper, we had different days for garbage, and we had special days where we can put out like old appliances and stuff like that. So I'm used to doing it on separate days as it is now. So for me, it's not a big inconvenience.
So there you have it. The city's food waste ban, which went into effect January 1st. And even though most Vancouverites didn't know about it, they seem to be in favor of it, choosing the environmentally friendly route as opposed to the hassles and inconvenience of an extra day of pickup and an extra bin. Environment 1, hassles and inconvenience 0. And for Novus TV, I'm Jordan Wade.